Hi and welcome to a Kirby Maths video concerning APR, annual percentage rate. And we're going to look at two things in this video. First of all, finding out the value of a loan, and secondly, working out what some missing payments are. So let's have a look at the value of a loan first of all. So if we have two payments on a loan of £500 and £750, and the loan has an APR of 15% and it's paid back in two annual instalments, so that means it's over 2 years. We're trying to work out what the value of the initial loan was. So we have our formula, which is the final amount of the loan is equal to this summation sign with the payments over 1 plus the interest rate as a decimal, and that's all to the power of how many years you've got. So remember, when we unpick this, we're actually going to turn it into a series of fraction additions. First of all, our APR we're going to write as a fraction over 100, and we are going to write down our values of A1, which is 500, A2, which is 750, our interest rate is 15 over 100, that's our APR, and our T is going to go up to 2 because it's over 2 years. So we are going to write that is equal to 500, the first payment, over 1 plus 15 over 100, that's the interest rate, and that is to the power 1, that's to the first year. The second instalment, £750, over 1 plus the APR as a fraction, 15 over 100, and that is all to the power 2 because it's the second year. You work out those two things on your calculator and you will get an answer of the final value of the loan is £1,001.89. Okay, so when you're putting this into your calculator, use the fraction button, put this all in a bracket, use the power button, and get those values. That's how to calculate the final amount, which was the amount that was loaned. And can you see that actually, although you were only loaned £1,000, just over £1,000, you've actually paid back 1,250. So that's where your APR comes from, the charge for having that money over the 2 years. Let's just write that down. We paid back 500 plus 750, which is 1250. Okay, right, on to missing payments then. So if we are missing a payment, if we have a loan amount of £3,000 and the first payment is £1,800. We don't know what the second payment is, that's what we're trying to find out. Over 2 years, and we've got an APR of 13.1%. And remember, we're going to turn that into 13.1 over 100 when it goes into our bracket. So we form an equation using the information that we've got up here. 3,000, our loan amount, is equal to our first payment, £1,800, over 1 plus 13.1 over 100, and that is for the first year, so that is to the power 1. I'm going to add to that A2, we don't know this, we're going to find that out. 1 plus 13.1 over 100, all to the power 2. Then we work a few things out on our calculator. So we can work all of this out on a calculator because there's no letters in it. So we have 3,000 is equal to £1,591.51 plus A over 1 plus 13.1 over 100 all squared. We subtract £1,591 from both sides. we will end up with just this part of the equation. So 3,000, take away this amount, is £1,408.49, and that is equal to A2 over 1 plus 13.1 over 100 squared. Now, if we want to find out what this value is, we need to times by the denominator, both sides. That will take this up onto this side, and we will do 1408.49 times by everything on the bottom, including the squared bit. And if we do that, we will find our A2 value, our missing payment, which in this case was 1801.68. Now, when you're doing this, you need to try and make sure that you don't do any rounding prematurely. So working to two decimal places because it's money. And can you see in both cases the importance of laying out your work correctly? So first of all, when we're looking for the value of the loan, you need to make sure that you've clearly got the substitutions of the numbers you're given in the correct places, because there will be a mark for using the correct number in the correct place and not working things out too early on your calculator. Here, you need to keep everything as it is until you've worked it out on your calculator. So this bit gets worked out first and written down, and we leave this bit alone, and then you take the part you've worked out away from the amount of the loan, and then finally you times what's left by the denominator, and that will give you the value of the missing payment. Thanks for watching.